Good morning. I am here for now family. I am a little bit upset this morning. I can't do that. The sun's too bright. I've been inside of the shelter all weekend pretty much. And I slept a lot the other day. I think I got a little bit of food poisoning yesterday, so I noticed that if I don't eat in this place, I feel a lot better. My body doesn't have the pains that it normally would have, but I'm here making this video right now because my friend, who is actually my only one, I met him the day I came here to do my intake. And so from that day forward, Scott and I have been pretty good friends. We didn't hang out together every day, but some days we would always meet up at the library, or we would run into each other at the Walmart or somewhere in between. But every morning I'm used to waking up seeing my friend Scott. Well, unfortunately, on the 1st of this month of September 2024, at approximately 2-ish or 3-ish a.m. hours, Scott was arrested on 5 charges. Everybody was asleep, but I do know that he's been having problems with some of the people in the dorm, in the male dorm. And one morning, several weeks ago, he got up and I woke up, and, we wake up at 5, that morning I came out of the room a little before 6 a.m., finding the police coming through the door to Scott. And he was telling them that a threat, and I'm approaching the table where he is at. I am observing the police. I am observing their body language, what they tell him, because this is a district state, and a district state, the laws do not change. They apply no matter what part of the state you're in. That is the difference between Commonwealth and district. In Commonwealth, they can make up different scenario charges depending on whatever the situation is in whatever county, city of that state you're in of Commonwealth. So here, that morning, he called and said that one of the individuals in the dorm had threatened his life. And I know Scott's not completely there. He's been traumatized. I'm sure he's under a great deal of PTSD, and with a little bit of how I've studied him in the recent months that I've known him, I have really come to understand how to deal with him. But he has been traumatized by something severely bad, and I don't know if it's to do with the Catherine Zeta. I'm not sure what that whole deal is with that. But that morning when they came, he told them an individual had threatened his life, and apparently staff wasn't doing anything about the individual that done this. They didn't bring it to the individual's attention, and the police proceeded to tell him really there was nothing that could be done about the situation. Okay, number one, this is a district state. Number two, if you have a threat on your life, I don't care if you're in a shelter, if you're standing in the public street, or if you're in a public building, Walmart store, I don't care where you're at. Someone that threatens your life is a charge. Okay, that should have immediately been a charge, no matter what. That is a charge to do bodily harm, to threaten your life. So I didn't want to get into the mix of the district laws. I kept quiet, but after they left, I didn't talk a lot about it until after I left out of there, and me and Scott was discussing it, and this is why he doesn't really like the police. He does know that most of them are corrupted. And I mean, this is not just police. We're going to go all the way up the line to the highest authorities, okay? And I have a lot of family members that are in police and detectives and all this other stuff, and I'm pretty sure they've came to some type of corruption in their time of duty in their jobs. I pretty 100% sure they did and have, because I can speak of one of the individuals, but I will not do that. Okay, so at this time, these charges, he's on 5 charges. I went and I knew something was wrong when I went for dinner that night on the 1st, that all his baggage was gone. And I was like, okay, he had just bought his bus passes for the month. And I don't want to make this video too long, but I don't want to bring up his charges that he's on, but they're pretty one of them is pretty bad, kind of bad. You know what I'm saying? He's on 5 charges. From what I gathered from some of the certain individuals that knew that me and Scott hung around a lot and we talked a lot, and that, you know, people observe things in there, told me that an altercation happened again in the dorm. He come out to call the police. Staff wouldn't do anything about it. He was very upset. So he's on the phone that we're able to use in the day room. And from what I understand, staff was telling him, because he was so upset, that he had to leave. And he said, "Why do I have to leave?" This is what I was told. "Why do I have to leave?" And while he's saying that, he's on the phone with 911 saying, "Look, they're trying to kick me out for something I didn't do." And this is all I can tell you I know of. And then the rest of it is the police got there and it escalated to them tackling him and arresting him. Like I say, he has no bond. I don't know what that's about. I do know by the few months I've been around him and talked to him, he has been arrested in other states for being doing something in a shelter, in other shelters. Now, he may not have went to court and just skipped out on those states. I do believe one of the shelters he was in was here in Charlotte, North Carolina, Raleigh, or somewhere. He's been in a couple shelters here in North Carolina, and he was arrested, he told me, but I'm thinking he didn't take care of those charges. He didn't go to court or something, and maybe that's why he does not have a bond. I don't know at all. I just know that I feel his mugshot picture just looked awful. I wanted to cry because I feel like in the last 3 days prior to Scott being arrested, you know, they've been having a lot of meetings, and we don't need to say who are having meetings. And people are starting to get, like last night, a girl got into an altercation with someone outside. She had been in there before. Okay, well, they had her, cops called on her, and she got arrested as well. So that's two arrests made within 2 days. I have already seen 6 arrests made, and probably 20 times the police have been there, at least in the 2 months that I've been there. And one individual that's there had been thrown out. The police was called and they put her out. They didn't arrest her, and they let her back in. Okay, so I just want to say that, you know, I had to catch that wildlife going by. That was so beautiful, of those geese flying. I just want to say I feel very lost, and I feel like I'm walking on pins and needles in this place because I don't talk to a lot of people. Scott stayed pretty much to himself like I do. It seems like the ones that stay to themselves are being singled out and targeted. And this is how I've always been in any shelter I've ever been in. But I've really got to walk on my pins and needles in this one because, you know, I don't know where I'm going to go. I do know that I have a storage unit. I have my belongings in it, other than one bag I left in the shelter up there a while ago, a backpack. And that, yeah, I don't know. I got to be on my pins and needles, toes, alertness, and just not speak to anyone. I need to be more so now with my tongue and mouth staying closed about anything in there. I couldn't wait to get out of there this morning. I couldn't go anywhere yesterday due it was Labor Day, buses weren't running. But I'm really concerned for my friend. He knows that the police are corrupted. He knew, being in these shelters, Scott is a very intelligent, smart individual that doesn't speak on everything, but he did speak on things to me I'm not going to reveal. So that it was certain things he said to me out of the blue that I knew. Scott, very intelligent. And not to say that he's mentally disturbed. He is suffering with something pretty bad, but I also believe through my psychology of learning and studying up on psychology that he is a very intelligent being that can make one think he's not altogether there, when he's more together there than the individuals that are thinking he's not. Let's put it that way. He does not take medications. He does not go to a doctor, and he is in good health. So yeah, that sun's behind me. So anyways, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Thank you all for watching my videos. I did have a surprise trip coming up. However, I don't know now when I'm going to get to that surprise trip, because it was to be with my friend Scott. I don't feel very good going alone. It's not a good idea to travel a little ways to a place to be alone. So anyways, I love each and every one of y'all. For those that haven't subscribed, I've noticed there's quite a few people watching my videos that are not subscribed to my channel. But if you would like to subscribe, feel free to do so. It just makes my channel grow and gets my videos out to people that can understand the life of living homeless and living a day on eggshells every day. So yeah, I'm going right now to get me something to eat, because this morning the food has gotten very, very bad in there. I did not eat anything yesterday other than lunch. I did get up for snacks last night, which they had popcorn. I got an orange, and I had some little tiny miniature Musketeer bars, and that was what I had all day yesterday after the lunch that made me severely sick. So I'm going to go get me something to eat this morning, and I may pick something up to eat right before I come back in here this evening. But no more of the food. I can't do it. I'm not doing it. And I don't want to be a targeted individual in there, so I want to spend as much time out of this place as I can. So yeah, if it means going to the library, stores, walking around, sitting in my storage for a little while, whatever it may be, I have to make sure that I stay on my pins, stay on my alertness, to stay walking a straight line, keeping the mouth sealed by the Father of the Lord Jesus, helping me with that, and just praying to soon get out of this place. And the Lord Jesus, I am praying to Him for that. I am being patient. Even though I've been feeling a little anxious and overwhelmed, I have to stay in prayer with the Father, because that's the only thing that can get me through everything that I'm going through. So everybody be safe out there. Have a blessed day. I hope everyone had a really great holiday season. I don't celebrate them. But I give glory to my Father, Lord Jesus, every day, all day. Okay, thank you all for watching. Love everyone. Bye.